Hey YouTube, it's Jake and I'm back with another video. Last video we talked about how we made our first 100,000 coins on FIFA 22 and hopefully that helps some of you guys out. Hopefully you're getting started on the right foot, whether you have 50,000 coins, 100, 200,000, a million, whatever it is, good for you, and let's keep building that total. If you haven't watched the video, maybe step back a bit and go to that because that talks about how we made our first 100,000 coins, and now you can see it's September 25th, so just 3 days after the web app launch, and we're I think going to be over like 2.2 million coins liquid here so far, so we're having a good start to the game as usual. I'm going to kind of talk about the methods I've been using to build up my coin total, starting from 100,000 all the way up till now. If you're new here and you enjoyed the video, drop a like and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already.
I like to be liked. I enjoy being liked. I have to be liked.
One thing I did want to point out right as we get started here is you guys can see my web app screen. I'm not using any keybinds, bots, extensions, and I think that's really important to say because there's many streamers, there's many traders out there that are using these tools that are technically not allowed by EA, and it really does assist them with trading, and it kind of hurts those of us that are just using human hands. And I'm not using any type of extension or bot that would help me, so any trade that I make can be realistic for you with the right knowledge and the right approach. Today I wanted to touch on a couple trading methods that should help you guys out as we get started here. So the first is a form of chemistry style trading. As you see here, I changed my filter to gold shadow. So what we're going to find here is players with shadow on them, and you can customize this. Personally, for me, I like to go to defenders. So right away, we're seeing defenders with shadows listed on them, and we all know that for FIFA's sake, defenders with shadow is going to be really promising. It's going to be what people are looking out for. So right away, we see this Soyoungchu being bid up on for 2,400 coins, and what I want to do is I want to see what his buy now is with the Hunter. I don't know off the top of my head if that's a good deal with you guys, so we're kind of figuring it out together. So I'm going to go to 2,500 here, and he's got nothing. So that person just won him for 2,400. And what does he go for? Wow, that was a pretty good deal, actually. I should have bid on that. Okay. So he's around 3,200 coins, give or take, with the shadow. And that person just won him for 2,400 coins. And as you're seeing, that's kind of the premise of this method, is that you are bidding or sniping on cards lower than their buy now with the shadow applied, okay? For example, we saw that he was 3,200 coins, and I think that's what he is flat, 3,200 coins with a shadow, right? What does he go for normally? What does Soyoungchu go for normally here? Let's back down his buy now a little bit. Oh man, he's really low, huh? He's really low. Let's check this out. All right, so he's around like 1,300 coins. What you can do too is if you want to try to snipe him with a chem style, of course you could set it up, right? So I could set up and just search with the lowest with his chemistry style on. So I could do shadow here. And I could start searching under 2,500, and I could keep going and going and going until something pops up. What you can also do, okay, and that would leave me with a pretty nice profit margin. He's going to sell around 3,200, maybe 3,200 plus. You can also add open bids to your list. So I'm just going to search him with shadow. We saw the lowest was 3,200, so these are perfect to add to my watch list. So I've added him here. I know I can bid up to really like 2,500, even like 2,700 coins to make a decent profit. So this method relies on the fact that people don't remember or don't know that their shadow chemistry does add value to it, and they just list up the card as normally, whether that's on open bid or on snipe. So sometimes you'll have decent luck too, just sniping at his going price, and you'll get a few that pop up with shadow, right? Because people will forget that they add it. They'll check footbin and they'll say, oh, okay, he's selling around whatever it might be, 1,500 coins. I'm just going to list mine right up there. I don't want him anymore. I'll get the sale. Boom, you snipe him, and you make almost 2,000 coins profit per card. You're probably not going to see those pop up individually all that often, to be honest with you, but I personally do like that bidding approach. It's a pretty quick turnaround and has a high ROI in a short period of time, right? If I buy a card for say 2,000 coins and I sell them for 3,000 within an hour, that's really, really fast turnover. And that's what you want to be doing early on in this FIFA cycle, is instead of investing, and so many people want to invest, this market does not look good for that this year. We've had our preview packs like every day, and I think I haven't even looked at my preview pack today, so let's check it out together. You get preview packs every day, so it's bringing in additional supply. Hopefully Mbappe. Hey, we'll take that. That's a profit. So I'm going to take that inform and discard him. That's pretty awesome. That's my first one that's been profitable. We'll definitely take that. Anyway, check your preview packs every day. A good reminder here. And yeah, it's bringing way more supply to the market. What we're seeing is like 82 rated and unders are really, really low this year, right? So a couple good examples of that. 82 rated meta cards this year are crazy low, right? So if you see Richarlison on my screen here, he's like 3,500 coins, and he's got 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, and in previous years, this card would sit anywhere from like 20 to 30k those first few days. We also have Gabby Jesus here, right? And he's at 9,000 coins. Last year, he had a super similar card, and he was close to 70,000 coins. So we're we're seeing dramatic differences in the market this year compared to last year. And then overall, especially on the lower tier cards, it's a lot lower. And I just wanted to mention that quickly because it goes hand in hand with our trading. We're seeing a lot of really high demand, low rated, cheap cards that are great to trade because they're flipped a lot, they're bought a lot. People are buying Jesus, Richarlison, Mbabu, St. Maximin, and they're all so much cheaper than last year. These cards are flipping and going up and going down in price rather quickly. So those are some of my favorite cards to trade right now. And with chemistry styles attached, that's a huge percentage of their overall value. With shadows being so expensive, that takes up a huge chunk of the card. So if you snipe like a Jesus, okay, with a hunter on him, for example, he's definitely going to go for a few K more here. So we can use him as our next example. Let's search Jesus here. And we'll go to his standard price, right? So we just want to see what he's selling at first. And it looks like he was around, what, 9K did I say? So he's like 9,200 coins, okay? And again, that's his base card. Call it 9,200 coins, give or take. So you could try to snipe him with a hunter. And you would look around the same price he's listed. There you go, right there. That was profitable. I have some cards that I have some cards that I'm trading with right now, so I couldn't buy that. But that was also position change. So that had a center mid and a hunter on it. That card would probably sell for, in fact, let's check it. Let's check what he would sell for right quick. So you're seeing a few K profit on that card alone. Let's see if he'd go for 11 or if it's more than that. Oops, let's go to Jesus here. Yeah, he's more than 11. Probably closer to like 13 with that position change. Yeah, so he's 12,000 coins with that change. You'd be making 2K on that snipe alone. And I don't know if I actually would have won that. We saw it pop up right away at the 59th minute. Like I said, I'm not using any type of help for that. But that would be a nice way to make some profit with chemistry style trading. Sometimes you also get lucky that they have a position change. And that makes them even more valuable. So instead of making like 500 coins or 1,000 coins, you can make 2,000 coins on some of these snipes, and that produces like anywhere from 20 to 30,000 coins an hour most times, which doesn't sound like much, but it can definitely really add up. I wanted to touch on one more thing today that's really important early on in the game cycle, and that's trading with supply essentially. So as we move further and further away from supply, so that's any big period of pack openings, whether it be marquee matchups, squad battle rewards, rival rewards, whatever it may be, as we move further away from that supply, cards are going to tend to naturally rise in price. And what you're going to see is that cards are going to not stay the same price all day. And a lot of people seem really confused about that when they first start trading or first start playing FIFA. And the reason for that is with thousands of cards available, they're just going to fluctuate throughout the day, whether that's because of demand, people not listing, a link they get from an SBC. There's so many reasons why they can move, but they're not going to stay one price all day, and they typically fluctuate around like 10%. One thing that I wanted to point out here is that cards can oftentimes be their lowest overnight for Europe hours. So I'm talking like 12 to 5 a.m. in Europe. And the reason why they get really low at this time is simply because Europe is asleep. So no one is playing the game. And Europe is like 70 to 80% of the player base. So when they're not playing, cards just kind of fall in price naturally because no one is interested in buying them. I showed some examples here last night. I was picking up like Ruslan at 7,000 coins, 7,200 coins, and I sold him for around 9K this morning. And again, because there's so much demand on these lower rated guys like St. Just, Adama, etc., they tend to drop in price overnight because there's huge supply and then there's huge surges of demand when Europe wakes up. So that's kind of a trading technique I use a lot, but you have to be weary of supply. So for example, you would not want to be buying cards tomorrow night, which is squad battle rewards. We'll get a huge supply wave because a lot of people probably played with EA Play.
Stop it.
So do not expect your cards to rise in the morning when we get that bigger supply period. Be really careful about that, okay?
Okay.
So those are two methods that I've personally been using on my way from 100K to 1 million in coins. I did kind of want to mention one other method I've been using a lot of. Can't go crazy in depth on this video of it. There's too much to explain, but I'll kind of summarize it a touch for you guys that are interested. So I've been trading with cards that feature in SBC solutions, and that means when people go to do their SBCs, right, and I haven't fully finished mine, people are all spamming these to start. And I've seen that pack look is really good in these. And it's what I recommended to do to start as well. I did hybrid nations, but I haven't moved further. And everyone's kind of having that same mentality right now, especially with mostly web app available to us. People are doing SBCs and they're getting through these SBCs and they need to buy cards that fit their criteria, right? They're pretty darn specific. And for me personally, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of stopped here because I'm so bad at them that I can't figure it out. So sometimes I stream it and get the chat to help me, or
Idiot.
I even look at footbin, which is what causes the prices to increase. If you don't know how to make a certain SBC, you likely go to footbin.com and you go over here and you go to active challenges And these active challenges are going to list solutions for you to use for these SBCs, and you'll have it all solved for you. The issue with that is that people who put in these top solutions are generally trying to make a profit. So people see these solutions and they really try to run out and go buy them, and everyone does the same thing all together. What happens is, instead of being the cheapest solution, which it's listed as, it actually gets super duper high because everyone's all rushing to buy the same thing, because we all go check Footbin for help. And that's a good way to trade with those kind of cards. Typically, they do fluctuate nicely. So looking at some of these solutions could give you guys a good idea of what cards move like that. But I just thought I would mention it because I try to be as transparent as possible with you guys, and although I do like chemistry style trading and I find it particularly good this year, it's not the only method that I've been doing. And then we also, of course, have been doing these overnight sales. Last night alone, I made like 150k profit on a bunch of cards. I've tried to spend most of my coins, so that was super duper helpful for us. Right now, like I said, kind of as a summary, we're sitting around 2.2-ish million liquid coins September 25th. So hopefully in a couple of days we'll be closer to like that 4 million mark. And that's some of the stuff that I've been doing, and I hope it helps you. If you're enjoying the channel so far and you want us to keep putting out videos, smash the like button and subscribe if you're new here.
I have to be liked.
Peace.